How to wash the floor. In this video, we're going to look at the items, how to wash the concrete floor. First, we will need a couple of scrubbing pads, two different sizes, 20-inch or 12-inch. We will need the stain color primer. We will need a surface scrubbing machine, and that will be basically all the tools that we need to get the floor getting ready, and a pump sprayer. As you can see in the screen, the pad is embedded with specialized diamonds to be able to scrub the floor. Concrete floors are a lot harder than wood floors, so you need to use equipment for cleaning concrete. The project that we're working on is a 500 square foot basement. The floor is about 30 years old, and what you see in the pictures is basically dust from the construction, dirt, and mud from the plaster, and dust from the plaster from sanding and everything else that takes place. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to scrub the floor from all large materials so we can actually clean it well. Is to scrape everything that is large, collect all the large pieces, vacuum the floor as needed, and then after that you will be ready for applying the cleaner. As you can see here, then the floor is not ready for that. There's no large materials or things that can clog up the back and everything like that. The next step is to basically lay out your trim lines, which means that in those areas are not going to have color and the areas have color. We like to separate them with duct tape to create a nice sharp line distinction between a stained floor and an unstained floor area. Also, we finish it after the frame of the door, so it looks like the stain goes under the door when installed. The next step is to basically mix your stain primer cleaner and then pour it into a pump sprayer. You notice that one of the primary tools in our process is the pump sprayer for application of color, cleaners, and many other things in that part. We like to spray the whole floor, start from one end to the other, to allow the cleaner to penetrate, release the dirt, and penetrate those white, heavy, drywall mud stains on the floor as well. So we apply it to the whole floor in its entirety. The next step is to lay down our diamond cleaning pad with the green side down and the gray side face up, and set up our the floor scrubbing machine and test it. You notice that on a dry floor it doesn't do very much, but as soon as you add water to the combination of diamonds and the scrubbing machine, you have a very powerful cleaning tool. The speed in which you scrub the floor has a lot to do on how many passes you will do. If you go slowly, you will probably get away with one pass and the machine will scrub that. You will also notice that as you scrub the floor, we have added more of the stain primer cleaner to flood the floor a little extra to allow those diamonds to scrub and generate that white foam, which is actually the dirt from the floor as we screen the floor. You will also notice that as we scrub the floor, we do two passes overlapped, so that way everything gets scrubbed very well, and that's by the time we finish the floor in those areas. You notice that the cleaner is the white powder and is the white underdirt that is coming off the floor. The next step after we have scrubbed part of the floor is to apply a little bit of water, extra water, and then using a dry wet shop vac to collect it. There's no need to put a lot of water in it, but it's important that you collect this as soon as you finish scrubbing the floor, because we don't want to allow this cleaning material to stick to the floor back again, because it will need to be rescrubbed again to clean. So as you can see, our person is using a modified shop vac head in this case, but a regular shop vac head with a squeegee will work just as well. And he is cleaning all the area rather quick. We like to use, when we clean the floor, two people, one to do the scrubbing and the other one following doing the washing and the rinsing of the floor. If you decide that you have only one person to do the floor, then I highly recommend to do the same functions that you see here in the video, but to do it only to 4 square foot at a time. That way one person has enough time to scrub the floor and clean the floor. Now that we have washed the floor, you will see that it will dry fairly quick. but it's also highly recommended that you may want to set up a fan or a blower to dry the floor. Once this process is complete, you are now ready to go ahead and apply your stain. This could be done as soon as the floor is ready or the following day. There is no time frame for the application of the stain, but floor does require to be dry. For more information on any of the products that you saw here or the processes, you can visit www.SealGreen.com.